Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you're having a great day so far. So I'm coming at you with no mascara yet. We're gonna put some on, but we're gonna put it on together. We are reviewing a couple of mascaras from the brand Blinc today. I'm sure you guys have heard of Blinc. In full disclosure, I did receive these products in PR, so I did not pay for these. I also was able to try their Blinc eyeshadow primer. And originally I was going to do this whole thing as like a first impressions type situation, but I decided against that because I figured you might want some actual experience, like longer term experience with the product. So fun fact, I also took these mascaras to Hawaii with me, so I can tell you how they performed in a higher humidity situation as well. Although today it is it's currently 38 degrees where I'm at. So I can also tell you that these also work during the winter months. But Blinc is a mascara brand that I've been interested in for a little while because I've been interested in tubing mascaras for a few reasons, and that's what Blinc is kind of famous for, are their tubing mascaras. So tubing mascaras do not they're different from regular mascara in that they are significantly easier to remove, and you don't actually need like a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm or really any type of makeup remover necessarily to remove the mascara. You literally just can use water. So the way that I have been removing the Blinc mascara is I just take a warm wet washcloth, I hold it over my eyes for a few minutes, and that loosens the mascara from each of the individual lashes, like each of the individual tubes that get formed when you apply the mascara. And then it literally just comes off like that. Like, you don't have that typical raccoon eye situation. Like, if you were to take a wet washcloth with a regular mascara and just, you know, hold it on your eyes, like, yeah, it would loosen the mascara, but then it would like be all over and you'd have to, you know, get your micellar water or whatever it is that you use to remove your eye makeup and then clean that up. That's just not the case with tubing mascaras. They almost come off in like, it's like little chunks of mascara, but your lashes don't come with the chunks. I'm trying to figure out the best word for it, but it's not chunks. It just like the product just slides off your lashes, and then you're left with like this little pile of like mascara basically, and then you just flush it down the drain. It just washes away, right? Tubing mascaras are particularly good for people who have very sensitive eyes because this type of mascara does not flake. It's good for people who deal with a lot of like smudging and transfer issues because this formula just, it doesn't do that. And it's good for people with oily skin because a lot of people with oily skin can sometimes struggle with their mascara melting as well. So I've been wanting to try these for quite some time, and when I had the opportunity to connect with Blinc to be able to do that, I was like, yeah, I'm totally gonna try these out. So the eye primer, I'm just gonna get started with that because I actually already have that on my eyes today. I kept my makeup very neutral so that you guys could see the actual like mascara versus more than like, you know, a bunch of eyeliner. But I have been using this every single day, and one thing that I really like about this eye primer is it's not one of those eye primers that makes my eyes water. I feel like so many eye primers anymore, when I use them, they make my eyes water. And I'm not sure what it is in those formulas, but I have a very like limited amount of eye primers that I can still use at this point that don't cause eye irritation for me. So if you're someone who's really struggling with watering eyes, there can obviously be a whole host of potential issues that can cause that. But for me, I found that certain primers that I was using, for example, the Urban Decay primers always made my eyes water, the Lorac eye primers, the NARS, like the vast majority of eye primers have made my eyes just very watery. But this one has not. It does apply with this wand, and you basically, like it goes on as a clear formula. There's no tint to it at all, but you can kind of see it on my hand there. That amount is more than enough for both eyes. Make sure that you don't overuse eye primer. But once you get it on your eyes, I really feel like it kind of smooths that area out. And it really did a good job, especially in Hawaii where it was a lot warmer than it is here, in terms of keeping my eyeshadow looking crease-free and as bold in the evening as it was in the morning when I first applied the eyeshadow. So I can tell you that the eye primer has been a really great option for me. I love the fact that it's very easy to get the product out with this, you know, little wand here. Hasn't irritated my eyes and definitely helps to keep the eyeshadow looking vibrant, crease-free, and pretty much the same all day long. So as far as this eye primer goes, I've been a really big fan of this and I definitely see myself repurchasing. By the way, I will put a link to where you can purchase Blinc products in the description box down below, and there will also be a discount code, so feel free to check out the discount code down there if you're interested in trying anything from Blinc. It will work on pretty much anything that they have on their website, so it doesn't just have to be the primer or the mascara that I'm showing you guys today. So anyway, we are going to try 2 of the formulas here on camera so that you can see what they look like. The 2 formulas are the Lash Extension Tubing Mascara and the Ultra Volume Tubing Mascara. So those are the 2 that I have here. And basically they both are long wearing and ideal for sensitive eyes and oily skin. They say that the Lash Extension Tubing Mascara also nourishes and treats your lashes. It adds striking length and extreme definition, and it's ultra long wearing. And it specifically says do not use eye makeup remover. You don't need it. You just use water with this. So this formula it's a little bit, has more emphasis on the length and definition, but it's also supposed to give you a little volume and a little curl. Now because I know people are gonna ask, I don't curl my lashes. They tend to grow in an upward direction anyway, so I don't use an eyelash curler. I'm not really sure if I can tell you this curls your lashes at all. I don't look for that in mascara, so hopefully there's another review that you can watch for that. And then the Ultra Volume, specifically, this is supposed to add volume and length. It's also supposed to be long wear, and again, super easy to remove. By the way, this brand is cruelty free. That's really important to me. It is vegan, it's gluten free, it's phthalate free, it's paraben free, sulfate free, fragrance free, and talc free. So if any of those things are important to you, there you go. So let's do the Ultra Volume Tubing Mascara on this side so we can see what kind of volume we get. And then we're going to use the Lash Extension Tubing Mascara on the other side. So I found the results are fairly similar. So, and I'm gonna try to be not quite as picky about my lashes in terms of separation. I do have my little lash comb. I'm one of those people that really hates, oh, here's my lash comb. I'm one of those people that really hates when lashes stick together, but I'm gonna try to like ignore that a little bit in this video. So this is the volume formula here. It is a natural bristle brush, and you can see it has a slight, like, it flares out a little bit towards the center, and then the bristles get a little bit tighter on either end. So let's go ahead and let's see here. Hopefully this works. So I'm just going to start to kind of wiggle that onto my lashes. The volume formula, I think, builds a very natural volume very easily. It definitely doesn't give me like insanely volumized lashes, but I also haven't built it up just beyond 2 coats because that's just what I do normally. Like I don't like to apply more than 2 coats of mascara. So there's that. But I do really like the kind of clean, natural, voluminous look that I can get from this one. So that is the first coat there. I'm gonna re-dip and then we're gonna do the second coat. I don't like to let this dry really between the coats. I think it's easier just to go in like right after each coat to build if you want to. It's pretty easy to actually keep my lashes separated with this formula. It really does tend to want to really wrap around each individual lash and kind of grab on. There is no flaking with this formula at all, you guys, like none whatsoever. And the way that it removes is really, really easy. Now, I also have been using this on my lower lashes as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply down here. It's really hard for me to talk. I'm putting on mascara, so hold on. Oh, sorry, I have a helper in the room with me. He notified me of something happening. I'm not sure what it is. All right, I'm gonna do one little comb through of my lashes just to get the separation that I really like. There we go. Bottom lashes. So this is 2 coats on the top lashes, 1 on the bottom, and I really like this kind of natural, clean volume look for every single day. Again, it stays put all day long. So next, let's go ahead and do the Lash Extension Tubing Mascara, which puts a little bit more emphasis on length on the other eye. Now, this is a plastic bristle wand on this one, and you can see the bristles are slightly longer on one end than they are on the other. And this formula is also a little bit wetter to start with from the beginning. The volumizing formula, just like most volumizing formulas, is a little bit drier. Okay, so this one really does immediately give more length because the formula is a little bit more wet. Typically, I find that lengthening formulas do start out a little more wet, and sometimes that can be hard for me because if my lashes are really long, I do use lash growth serums, and sometimes my lashes are just naturally really long, and that can be kind of annoying because they will hit on like my brow bone up here. So, but this one really does build the length, but I have a harder time keeping this one like separated. Like my lashes do tend to want to stick together a little bit more with this one, but that's why the lash comb is super helpful. And I think it's actually easier if you comb from the top down. Sometimes you can get a little bit closer to your like lower lash line without poking yourself in the eyeball. So that is the first coat over here, and that really does build quite a bit of length for me. So again, I don't like to wait too long between applying the 2 coats. So let's get that on there. Now this one, I can really tell that tubing effect. It does want to grab onto every single lash, and it gives you quite a bit of like lash definition. So if that's something that you really like, this would definitely be the formula for you. And it dries fairly quickly. So I'm just gonna do one more quick comb through. And I feel like this side really does have a lot more definition. Now, I don't love this one for my lower lashes, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the extension on my lower lashes as well. I don't like a lot of length on my lower lashes, and this one really does, it adds length. If that's what you're looking for, this is gonna be the formula for you for sure. Yeah, I don't even know if it's coming off on camera, but these lashes over here are, I'm gonna have to like take some of that off. That's a lot of length. Okay, that helps a little bit, sort of combing through it. Yeah, there we go. But, so here are the two formulas. So this one, definitely a lot more definition and length. This one, a lot more volume than length, really. But I think either one is definitely great in terms of giving me a really nice lash look. You can build this up beyond, with both formulas, beyond the 2 coats that I did, but you really don't want to let the mascara dry between the coats. I find that when it dries between the coats, it gets a little bit harder to add the subsequent coats of mascara to the eye, because it really does form almost an instant tube. So if you're always worried about your mascara smudging while it's still kind of drying, you really don't have that with this, because it dries very, very quickly onto the lashes. Overall, my preference between the 2 formulas is definitely for the Ultra formula. If I go to repurchase this, I think for me, I'm gonna go for the Ultra Volume. I really like having something like this when I know I'm going to be in situations where I might get teary. This definitely, if you start crying, the mascara will loosen up, but you're not gonna have like those black drips going down your cheeks. So I guess there's a bonus. But yeah, they both hold up really well. I don't notice any flaking throughout the day. I mean, unless I'm like playing with my lashes, which lately I've been doing a little bit more. I need to stop doing that, because you can definitely pull the tubes off if you do that. But ideally what you're gonna do to remove it at night is just use some warm water, hold that washcloth on your eyes, and then they just literally come off, and that's all you have to do. I still use a cleansing balm after I remove the mascara, because I have eye makeup on most evenings and I really need to get that off. But if I'm just wearing mascara, like that's all that I need to really do around my eye area. So I'm quite impressed with both of these formulas in terms of their performance. Like I said, they held up in Hawaii to the humidity, and you know, I didn't have mascara running down my face, and it did really well, and it's doing well in the winter as well. So anyway, if you guys are interested in picking anything up from Blinc, definitely check out the link and the discount code down below. A big thanks to Blinc for allowing me to review these for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.